You can paint just like the master. Learn from his teachings of evil.
Welcome Reaper Mini fans! Today we have another box set, The Pirates of the Dragonspine Sea. This is an awesome box set containing quite a few pirate miniatures, even a little monkey. This box set comes in a nice ABS case. It's absolutely beautiful. This is the first set. They've done 3 sets so far of pirates, so you got 1, 2, 3, and I have all 3 sets, so I will be painting them in future episodes depending on what my patrons decide they want me to paint. So today I'm going to show you all the miniatures in this box set and I will get them all painted up. But what I want to talk about today and show you later on after I've painted the miniatures is I will show you what I use and what are the best things to use to protect your miniatures. So today, after we've finished the box set, I am going to talk to you about the varnishes and what to use to protect your miniatures from chipping, especially for metal. So let's go open the box and show you what's inside. So these are the miniatures inside the box. You've got your one-legged pirate, you got your pirate captain, beautiful. These are in some fantastic poses as well. You got your one-eyed, all your classic pirates are there. You've got your Captain Hook. Awesome. Not only has he got a Hook, he's got one leg, he's got a pirate's patch, he's got the full shebang. And you got a nice female pirate there, dual welding. And of course we're coming up to my favourite, the little monkey. Hello. That's fantastic, absolutely beautiful. So these are the miniatures that come in the set. So what I'm going to do is I am not adding bases to these today. Because they all come on a lovely little round base which has got a nice sand and wood effect. So I'm just going to get these all cleaned up, take off all the flashing. I'm going to get them all painted up and then I'll come back, give you another 360 of the finished miniatures, and then we'll talk about how to protect your miniatures for your gaming, because we all know that there's nothing worse than having a paint job and then it starts chipping, and especially if you're a gamer like myself and you play games a lot, your miniatures chip very easily. So I'm just going to go through the varnishes I use to protect the miniatures and keep the quality of the colours and not lose any colours in your painting from the varnishing. So I'll come back once all these miniatures are done and I'll show you what to do to protect your miniatures. As we're talking about protecting the minis in this episode and trying to stop chipping, now one thing that's really important is to give metal miniatures an undercoat. Now I've undercoated this miniature with MSP brush on primer. Now this helps you to actually paint the miniature. It brings out the details so you can actually see what you're doing, and what happens, it coats the miniature and does help to stop chipping. So it's very important that you add a primer coat to all your miniatures, because it really does help at a later date. So what I'll do, I'll come back once these are all finished and then I'll show you those varnishes that I was talking about. Okay then, coming up to the last stage of my miniature painting for this box set. Now I'm going to talk about quickly doing the finishing touches of protecting your miniatures. Now what you've got is you've got anti-shine varnish, which is just a coat of varnish that will stop any gloss effects on your miniature, so it will take away the shine, but it will also protect your miniature. Then you've got the satin varnish. The satin varnish gives a slight shine effect just below the gloss, and that gives a brilliant effect for if you're doing things like leather. It gives a nice skin effect for your barbarians, for example. Satin Varnish is one of my go-to varnishes because it's not as strong as the gloss, and it just works well for me, the satin. That's why I buy the big pots of the satin from Vallejo. The last one is the gloss varnish, and the gloss varnish gives you a lovely shiny effect, fantastic for also making rivers and puddles and all sorts of things for your bases as well. Now, all three of these are highly recommended to put onto your miniatures. Games Workshop does a spray on a protection agent, so that works perfect as well. If you've got a big unit of miniatures, maybe that's easier for you to spray paint all your miniatures using the anti-shine. But I actually prefer to just paint each miniature with what I've got, and then I know it's going into the places I need it to be. Now today, some of the ink washes I've used on these pirates are a little bit too shiny, so I'll probably use some anti-shine, and I'll probably use some Vallejo on the parts that, like the swords, that I want a little bit more shiny. So what I'll do now is I'll come back and show you the completed miniatures. So here is the finished box set. The Pirates of the Dragonspine Sea. Absolutely beautiful. I love pirate miniatures, absolutely fantastic. I've just put them on a little bit of sand and plonked them in the sand so you can see, give it that pirate treasure island experience for you. As you can see, they've all had their treatment of a varnish to protect them. What I did with these ones, I gave them all reds, blues, some dark purples and blacks, and I mixed and matched on each of the pirates. And the reason I wanted to do that is because Reaper have just released their Kickstarter, and they're doing a pirate ship, and I've backed the pirate ship on their Kickstarter, and I want to have miniatures to be on board that ship, so I want them all matching in to be a unit for my games. So this is how my pirates will be, red and blue, and other pirates I'll probably go for green and white, so I can have pirate battles on my pirate ships, which will be fantastic. So here we are. This is the first box set of the pirates that Reaper Miniatures do. Now, if you enjoy what I'm doing, then please subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the channel, then please become my patron. I have started a Star Wars Legion and Imperial Assault painting channel. There's a link below the video, so if you're into Star Wars miniatures, painted Star Wars miniatures, then follow that link. And I've just started this channel, so take a little look at that, and if you enjoy it, then you can sub to that as well. So until next time.
Goodbye, my fellow ones. Sleep well. Dream of evil paintbrushes.